Indeed, greetings unto you, beloved and holy friends. Thank you so much for joining me again. Another video, another live stream, another melting of more, coming together and sharing in this, to me at least, sacred space. I believe it's no longer something we even need to create, because it has been created. He's failed. She's disgustingly dirty again. Disgustingly dirty again she is. You want to see how dirty she is? Oh man. Do I even want to show you? Okay. We'll have to deal with her a little bit later. Or right now. Fine. Man, like this blanket has been cleaned recently. Kiki. Like recently it's been cleaned. I said, are you comfortable like that? I can't imagine you are. You comfortable like that? Okay, I'm going to say something worth saying. I am ready. I am already that which I seek. I need only allow it to guide me. Man, so simple, yet it carries so much weight. I am already that which I seek. I need only allow it to guide me. Morning, Infamous One. It's nice to have you here, my friend. I'm doing good, Airborne Army guy. I'm doing so good, my friend. In fact, I feel like today I had a little bit of one of those shaking, that the universe sometimes gives you. It's like grabs you by the collar and it's like, damn it, open your damn it eyes, and look, just look for a second. And I looked and I was like, oh yes. I'm sorry that I stopped looking. I'm sorry that I shut my eyes for a second. How could I? It's nice to have you here, Airborne Army guy. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us as well, Kira. No, I love you, Army. Yader, thank you for joining me, my friend. Dose, dude, I haven't seen you in a while. It has been a while, my friend. Where have you been? How has life been treating you? Have you been healthy? Has your family been healthy? This thing's been good. Do tell me, my friend. It's nice to have you here. Rita's here again. I am ready to be already what I see. I am ready to be already what I see. I am that which I'm looking for. I am that which I seek. All I need is to allow it to guide me. Like this. And I'm sorry, and this is going to be something we talk about so much, and you know this already. Again, I've been working on the idea of duality and been learning as much as I can. And, the fact that duality is almost something that we're given with us entering this world. It's like, welcome to Earth. Duality is part of this nature. This is like the accumulation of duality. And that duality is something that we're still apart from, like it's something that's very a part of our natures and the way that we're supposed to perceive this world, but it isn't necessarily so much something that defines us. And there is this need for us to try and kill this duality within us as well sometimes, when that in itself is a duality mindset. We try and put God in these boxes, three-dimensional boxes that we understand. We can quantify things in this realm of existence. But why even for a second would we consider that God would live in a three-dimensional reality? And there's so many things that we kind of assign to these ideas of gods as humans that kind of draws a direct line to the duality nature of man. Man, it's impossible to understand, and I'm not supposed to understand it. I'm supposed to be trying to find a balance within it, because there, like we are basically equipped with everything we need to do what is easy to do. Getting angry, getting defensive, being aggressive. These things are technically easy for us to do. They're our first response on an animalistic level. So as we're born into this world, into the animal that we call the human body, we basically become pre-equipped with all of this, genetic information, with all of this instinct, with all of these capacities. And then the awakening isn't so much this realization that is going to transform your life, but the awakening is actually the realization that you are not necessarily those things, those things that come easy. You start to realize that that isn't the reality you want to be practicing. And with that realization, you basically move into a place of trying to overcome your nature and trying to move closer to that which is non-dual, with that which you can return to. Because we also think of someone dying as them disappearing from, this plane of existence. And there's this cool analogy of, like, think about when you go to sleep. There is this place that receives the you that you think you are, the consciousness that you basically emulate throughout your day. And as you go to sleep, you're basically like ushered directly into that. There's no, maybe you can like argue there's a travel time, but I don't feel there's a travel time, no separation is the point I'm trying to make between this conscious experience and then the thing that comes next. Again, in our three-dimensional ways of understanding things, we try and assign these different like layers to it when it's all here right now all of the time. And I think that the problem is because we think in a linear way, 1 0 1 0 1 0, flipping pages, flipping days. We get so entranced in this like cyclical nature of our days that we don't really even have an opportunity to, in our general understanding of this world, take a quantum understanding of things. So instead of understanding things as cyclical, like, seeing how this action leads to this action leading to this action, if you could have a quantum perspective on that, you would see all of the branches, that possible actions could take, the lack of that action could take, the doing of that action in a different way could take. And that is actually the reality of our reality. But we're so fixated on our single, like, duality mindset, cyclical mindset, that we become completely entranced, completely entrapped sometimes, and we become attached to this current existence, this current body, with this hope that we'll remember or we'll know the things, The end of the Bhagavad Gita, I can't say that freaking word, is I remember. I remember. And to you friends who have had, spiritual experiences, if you will, spirituality, genuinely, the spirituality today. To those of you who have had spiritual experiences, you go to a place that's so timeless, Man, it's too much. I'm sorry, I'm already missing comments. Man, I've already missed so many of them, damn it. Thank you for the silver, Kira. Don't be sorry for anything, brother. I won't be sorry, my friend. It's what do you call it? A reflex. Love to you. Thank you for being here with me. Good, I've just been lazy. It's completely chill, my friend. I'm happy that you're here today. Where are you, sir? I live in South Africa, friend. Love you guys. Love you too, Infamous One. No, I love you guys. There we go. Duality is awesome. Duality is definitely a visceral part of our existences here. And I'm thinking now more than ever, at least I feel like I've consolidated a little bit of this understanding for myself, that there is definitely this duality within this nature, and we're basically equipped with everything to deal with this nature. So we can have the duality in that. But it's kind of like an equal playing field when it comes to us as spiritual beings, because there's these, you know, sides of the spectrum, if you will, and then you can find for yourself which side of the spectrum you want to entertain. If you don't entertain the spectrum that is going to be beneficial to you, that's going to, you know, bring you up, if you will, right? Like the duality side that is light, if you will. If you don't move towards that part of it, then you're never going to reach that part of it. It's not necessarily saying that there is escaping it, right? Like even if you go down on the spectrum, and again, this is our duality monkey brains trying to quantify things that are so far beyond us. You're not going to be lost. You're still going to be a part of that which is, you know, that is loved. But it's just going to be a matter of a fact thing. Like, oh yeah, this person decided to, you know, hate and be racist and, you know, kill people, you know, for no reason, or, you know, enter evil thing here that we assume is evil as humanity. It's going to be a matter of a fact thing. Oh yeah, this person did all of these things, and now he's still working on trying to, you know, achieve his enlightenment. And if it takes a billion lifetimes, again, in God's timelessness, a billion lifetime doesn't mean anything. Imagine that. Like to us, like I'm trying to imagine for myself what a billion lifetimes must feel like. And then to a being that is timeless, all of those lifetimes can happen at the exact same time, and is being experienced, is there, is present at the exact same time. And there is this crystalline structure to it, you know, an interconnectivity to it, and a constant etching into that which is right here, right now, into the what is always. Oh no, it's too much. I'm melting. I missed the last couple of days. I find days that I am with all of you, my days are so much better. This is the way. Love you all more than I can express. We love you as well, Yater. Thank you so much for being here with us again, my friend. Don't worry or don't feel that you're, you know, abandoning us or anything like that. What this is for me, you know, when we at the end of the day, when we melt into one, this is what's going to be most important to us. You know, what we talked about, what we reminded ourselves of, the energies that we were practicing. And I believe we're practicing good energy, more and more so. Went to an interesting nature hike, physical psychotherapy yesterday. It felt like a true sensei martial arts soul training. Went to a nature hike, physical psychotherapy. So, like, I'm curious now if you're just using those words in the nature of like, I went out to, you know, in the middle of nature and then just worked on myself, physical psychotherapy, you know, like talked to myself, went through the paces as I was going through paces, if you will. Or was there an actual like trained person there with you, taking you through these things while you were going through it? So you believe in God? I believe in this, friend. All of this and all of the things I can see, which there is, you know, like for instance, there's probably like a lot of germs on our hands, you know. We can't see them, but if we add the capacity to, you know, use a microscope or whatever, we would be able to. So technically these things could be invisible to us, but very much visible on the spectrum of existence. And it's the same thing, I believe, all the way up and all the way down. And that collectiveness of that beingness, that is what I think God is. God isn't like we also think of God as like a being, you know, like a person. No, hell no. Oh goodness, no. I don't think that would even like fit for a second. Man, oh, how could you depict God? Mostly, at least, you know, a lot of the depictions and the imaginations of God is just this infinite brightness, you know, something so powerful, so radiant that you can't even look at it. You know, beaming love, if you will. Good evening, Melt, and hello, friends. Good evening to you, Gov Nugget. Thank you for joining us, my friend. God, universe, the all, spirit, etc. Many names for it, exactly. Yeah, and even if you don't want to, you know, subscribe to the word God or Allah or, you know, Abba or whatever word you want to use, you can just use universe as well. Because look at all of it. You know, there's clearly something larger than ourselves, and there's a design to it as well. You know, our universe really likes spirals, and there's a lot of like spiritual connotation to spirals as well when it comes to personal development. Constantly spiraling outwards into the infinitude. The all seven hermetic principles. The all is mind, my friend. Absolutely. Candace, hello as well. Hey, thank you, Ray, for the wholesome. I appreciate that. Things that start to become easy, we must move from. So I could partly agree, and I was consoling for a bit. I partly agree, but I also think that sometimes the easy things, easy belief systems, the easy understandings of things, it's sometimes the right thing to do as well. We try and overcomplicate things so much sometimes. Man, thinking about something. I'll get to it. I'm just going to read some comments before I do. Well, I don't see God as the universe. I see it separately. You see, like, seeing anything separately is mistake number one, at least in my opinion, because none of it is separate, right? None of this can be separate from the rest of what is, and that which is what always is. That is what we always are. And you can say like, oh, God is something that is so much bigger than us, and I do agree. I believe that it definitely is something that's bigger than us, but it's also us in essence. If you could like look at the face of God, right, as like, okay, this is the encapsulation of everything that God is, you would find yourself in that face. Not necessarily a human face, but you would find yourself in that face. Hermetic principles are the best to be felt, then understood with the mind. Absolutely. Good morning, Toasty. We're like already deep into it, my friend. Thank you for joining us. Trevor is here as well. Hope everyone's having a fantastic day today. I'm having a good one, friend. I hope you're having a good one as well. Could be more than one God. There could be deities that in our realm of understanding of what a God would be, we would consider those things gods. So in that case, probably yeah. But I believe there is some point, some singularity, some convergence, some concentration that is so infinite that it can't be anything other than ultimate unity. So nothing is separate from that. There could be, but personally I believe there's just one source. Yeah, like at least that's the way that I understand as well. Melt said it and I compacted it. Thank you, Infamous One, for helping me, friend. Thank you for that. I must have missed it. So glad you did. Thank you, my friend, as well. Mr. Sticks, good morning, Melt. Your video this morning had me vibing. You're a G. The video, like the YouTube video, or the dancing a while ago? I'm happy that you enjoyed it as well, my friend. I kind of thought that my speaker would die, but I was hopeful that it would die like after an hour worth of dancing. So we got like 29 minutes worth of dancing. It was blessed though. No separation, just transmutation. Oh, that's why. Okay. Someone behind you? Maybe. Maybe there is. I did see Faskir behind me a while ago. Looked like Jason. Jason Bourne. Bruh, he's building up his tier. Building up the tier. You saw it. I have absolutely no idea what's happening right now. Alvin, thank you for the hard work, my friend. It's been forever. How have you been, friend? How's life been treating you? It's nice to see you again. Sometimes my mind gets upset when I don't have a profound thought in a while. If I haven't had some sort of life-shattering epiphany, my psyche starts to feel stale and restless. Oh man, if I was a timeless being, I think I would drive myself insane. Because eventually one day I would learn everything. And then once you have learned everything, Toasty, you would shatter your consciousness into a bunch of little fragments, and then you would place those consciousnesses into different beings so that they may experience some sort of limitation, some sort of duality, so that you may have that experience of not knowing, because you're so knowing, You know that not knowing would be something that you want to know. And then you do know it right here, right now. Right? Man, I don't know anything. But damn, it feels good. Ah, Miss Auntie. Auntie, thank you for joining me, my friend. It's so nice to have you here. I've been thinking about you a lot. Like, I'm not going to say anything about Uncle Becky that I want to say. I don't know if the news is out just yet. I'm gonna hype you friends up a little bit to those of you who don't know. But I'm so happy. I hope that everything goes well. I'm sure everything will go well. I've been sending good vibes. Thank you for being here with me. I really have had trouble with time recently, and I feel like I never have enough of it each day. Tough stuff. I know that feeling as well, friend. It can be discerning sometimes. It is an illusion, though. And it's a part of this, again, duality nature. We see ourselves ticking one day older every day as we look in the mirror. And we identify with that thing which we see. Because in a dual reality, it is this thing that you see, this I, or actually this me that you see, I would rather say, and then the rest of the world through which you move. But you're a part of that, and in the same way that you're a part of that, you're a part of every single other person. And if they're having the same experience that you are, moving through this reality, man, time, I don't know what advice to give. That's the thing as well. Maybe I don't have to give advice. Maybe I'm trying to tell myself what I would tell myself if I was asking or feeling that thing as well. Running out of time. That's the trippy part about it as well. Being young, like for me, it started when I was like about 16. 16 is when things really kicked in for me, especially when it comes to like my thinking. I started thinking about a lot more things, and I started feeling into a lot more things, and I started forming understandings of the world for myself. And it was definitely something that perturbed me, because I was like, look at as how much there's wrong, and I don't have enough time to fix it. And then because of that feeling of not having enough time to do anything, I did nothing. In the contrary, I tried to take myself out of the equation of doing things. But that's not the way. It wasn't the way. It wasn't going to be something that's indicative of more growth, more creation, and creation is forever new. If I did, succeed, if you will, I would have just been, a part of the earth again, become a part of what creation is, and creation would have continued to ceaselessly create. So by realizing that and taking responsibility for that ceaseless creation, it is something that we can move into. And then sometimes when it feels like things are passing fast or we don't have enough time in the day, we can realize that these things are in a divine order, if you will. Even the feelings of not having enough time, and for a being that has all of the time in the universe, that is a necessary experience that you're feeling, friend. It's supposed to be that way. Is that the advice? Yeah, I feel that's the way I've remedied for myself. Stale psyche. I love that description. I think it's better than depression as well. Because like people opt in for saying the word depression so easily. Stale psyche can be something that I experience myself as well, Toasty. And I feel like these streams and just showing up for these streams have allowed me in some way to kind of stir the pot up, if you will. The big Meltmore pot gets stirred up every single time we sit down here, and it kind of agitates that staleness of the psyche sometimes. I'm not saying it's going to be guaranteed that way every time, but I hope for you, and for me at least, that it helps, Toasty. At least it helps. Good day, friends. Garvin on. Hey, Jovad. Thank you for joining us, my friend. An actual trained person was giving me certain breathing and awareness tasks while walking. That sounds amazing, Rena, actually. Man, I've never actually thought about that as a way to do therapy, but it makes so much sense, you know. It makes a lot more sense because I already feel that nature in itself can be therapeutic. But if you can nudge people into those therapeutic benefits even more through some verbalization and direction, if you will, that's fantastic. Good to see you. Fiasco on the farm this morning. Y'all seems me some good. Oh, send me some good thoughts. Mm, I don't know exactly what I'm seeing. It's a log. Is it a log? It was like a kind of, in the middles it had a little bit of a taper, flat sides, and then it was like kind of dark and it had these pulsating energies over it. I'm sending you good vibes, Aunt B. I hope that the fiasco on the farm isn't something that's got, or yeah, one of the animals that got hurt or something. I hope it will be good, my friend. Now I'm worried as well. What happened, Aunt B? If you're willing to tell us. Sending positive vibes, flooding, everything okay, everybody's safe. Yeah, I'm worried about the same thing, my friend. What happened? When did you start this spiritual, enlightening journey, mate? So today is day 209 of us doing this every day, actively moving towards that which we think you can call, spiritual enlightenment, if you will. And for me, I'm realizing that it's this pendulum thing, like it's very much uh, in my nature to fall back into the dark sides of myself, if you will, the sad sides, the unsatisfied sides, the feelings, the sides that feels unworthy, those type of things. And the realization as well that it's like an active pursuit, something that you have to practice to get good at, kind of led us to here, and here we are, 209 days in of doing it every day. I've changed a lot. Oh goodness, looking back at myself just, 209 days ago, I'm like, who is this person? I can still see remnants of myself, the parts of the self that might be a little bit genetic or bodily induced, if you will, maybe mannerisms, maybe accent, but the understanding underlying, I feel, has changed a lot. Are you a hippie? Absolutely, my friend, I am. mm, we're here for you in the way we can be, absolutely. Do you still experience anxiety? I do occasionally, friend, but I feel my anxiety is usually something that is, it comes from a lower place. It comes from a place of feeling insecure or unsafe or on wobbly ground, and that is literally base level human needs that it's attacking. So realizing that you have different states of being within yourself, higher level states of being and lower level states of being, and then focusing on that and realizing that when you're experiencing anxiety, where that is coming from, and then almost pinpointing and visualizing it and trying to move that up inside of yourself just by becoming aware of the stories you're telling yourself and the way you're thinking about things. The thing about anxiety as well is it becomes almost something you can forget about so easily. Like if you are anxious and you're in an anxious state, you're so viscerally aware of that feeling and how drowning it can feel, how it feels like you can't really escape it. And then having, escaped it, you're like, oh, that wasn't so bad. We brush it off like, oh yeah. Because it's perspective. It's all about perspective. And if you can give yourself that perspective in the middle of your feelings of anxiety, if you can zoom out a little bit, extrapolate into the future and into a higher dimensional state of looking, if you're like literally seeing yourself, trying to imagine yourself out of your body, looking at yourself in a state of panic, it can be something that could free you. It can also cause even more panic, if you will. It depends on your personal experience. Oh, the first epic comment. It's only a matter of time, my friend. Man, my back is like killing me a little bit. I'm feeling the love. My right ear is picking up a low vibration of humming today. I once heard an earthquake before it happened. Damn. I don't really have stuff like that, unfortunately. Feel my senses are more heightened when it comes to feeling, actual feelings into things. Still not nearly as high as they need to be. Actively growing them, expanding into them. Sure, we're hippies, lol. Yeah, everything is okay. Trying my best to save a new goat. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, my friend. So a new baby goat got born, I'm guessing, and Aunt B is trying to save it. Maybe that's what it was. A band-aid. I'm sending you a band-aid of love, my friend. I hope the goat survives. I have hips. Yippee! Theological debate time. Theological are theological, and we didn't talk about theology that much. More so, like we should talk about everything actually. If you want to interject, let's talk about my favorite flavor of ice cream. Then I'm more than happy to talk about flavors of ice cream as well. This is just what happens to be the flow we're in right now. I didn't say there's anything wrong with being a hippie, lol. I was just asking. Yeah, like I don't mind the word at all, my friend. To me, it means, at least I see it as an acronym now, highly intellectual person pursuing inner enlightenment. So it's a compliment. Thank you, friend. Thank you for joining us. Baby goat, I'm sending you strength to pull through. Absolutely. Thank you as well, Gator. I wish we can help the goat. We love you, baby goat. Like you're doing everything you can right now, Infamous One. Lisa, it's nice to have you as well. How's your day been going? Hi, Mel family and new Mel friends. Thank you actually for asking. Lisa, the day's been pretty good, actually. Man. I woke up in a little bit of a... Yes, my back is like kicking my ass today. Damn. So, I woke up this morning with Eva scratching at my door because she wants to jump in my bed. And she scratches like... And I wake up and I'm like... And I hear again... Scratches the door. And I tell myself, if she scratches a third time, then I'll open the door. And there's nothing. And I'm like, okay, I guess she's chill. And I'm like, tossing again, and I hear and I'm like, okay, I did say if you scratch 3 times I'll open it. I open the door and she just like jumps to my blankets, and as soon as she like lands on the blankets, there are these brown mud, like in its white blankets, these brown mud stripes on it. So she like ran through something wet and then through the like dirt and stuff, and she just had like mud caked onto her feet, and just like these brown mud stripes on my linen. I'm like, oh goodness, why? And I pick her up and I put her outside, and like I get a sponge and I'm trying to like get the mud off of my blanket, and I'm just making it worse, like putting it deeper and deeper into the stuff. And I'm like, this is not how I planned on waking up. And I was like, damn. And I instantly like recognized that as like a potential threat to my day's happiness, of like, oh, I woke up this way, I have an excuse to be upset or whatever. And I was like, no, none of that. We're going to still get some stuff done. And like I've been collecting or going through, if you will, like I'm going to have an interview. I'm getting ahead of myself, sorry. We're going to have an interview with Taylor Tate this Friday that's coming up. We're going to have like maybe a 20-minute normal melt stream, and then we're going to move over and have the interview for that time being. And he asked me to collect a bunch of photos for him, some photos of my parents and some of me when I was like a young little lad, and some of them that came from China, and so on and so forth. And while collecting all of these photos and going through all of these photos, I'm just going through like these nostalgia waves, looking at myself in the different stages of development I was as well, like watching myself grow up and watching myself go from absolutely like exploding with joy to being overweight and being like completely like devoid of life in my eyes. Like I could see this as well, but it's probably just me looking into it myself as well and knowing in what states I was. And then now the way that I look at myself in this moment in time, if you will, and just how we constantly transform. Like, I'm looking at myself in these photos, and there's fat photos as well that I was like reluctant to put on, but that's like the only fat photos I have of myself. Like, I was so shy during I like about 30 kilograms, maybe like 35 kilograms overweight at that point in my life. So 60, 70 pounds overweight. So I was like a chonker. And seeing those photos of myself, seeing how wide my face was, and like just how upset I was in that state of existence, and like eating to like crave or to like fix this like pain I was just feeling about the world and what I was seeing, right? Like this constant escapism that I saw in myself. Oh man. And then seeing my dad and how like he's like looking at me as a young boy, and how I grew up with my siblings, and how we spent time together, how I would hold my little brother as like a young boy, as like a 4-year-old boy, and like feeling as I feel like I'm looking at someone else's life almost. That was also a weird and surreal experience of like looking into my past and being like, I don't necessarily remember all of this, and yet it was essential to the thing I think I am right now, the person, the being I think I am right now. It's shaped by so many things. Oh goodness. Baby goat will prevail, I'm sure as well. Baby goat will prevail. I'm filled with thorns, covered in dirt, pants ripped, and not giving up. Mama won't feed because of trauma. It just breaks my heart. What happened to the mama? Like, it sounds like they were running from something or something into the like bushes or something. Thank you all so much. This is farm life. This is farm life. You're very much right, Aunt B. I'm so sorry that you have to be the one to like deal with that directly now. Sound like Kiki Aunt B. Joking aside, sounds like a lot already this morning. Oh, the thorns and stuff. You're such a fucking badass girl. She really is. Like, I'm thinking this exact same thing now. Thank you for the helpful, my friend. The world needs more Aunt B. I think the world has, all of the Aunt B that it could ever ask for, with Aunt B being as much of a divine being that she is. But I'm just like, being the other side of the coin to what you're saying. I agree as well. The dancing, it made me dance, so I did. Thank you for that. Do you have the playlist, or is that just random songs? Because I would love to have it. It's a set, like a 55-second set, or 50-second set, 55-minute set. I would be more than willing to share it with you, my friend. Oh fuck, you just blew my mind. Get blown, get melted. I'm so happy to hear that, Toasty. Yes, I'm here. It's literally my favorite word, just say. What up, hey Katie? It's nice to have you. I can't stay, I just wanted to say hi. Thank you for being here for a second, even, my friend. Literally my favorite hobby, just saying, I hear you, friend. Da 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 da. I did some. I find some truth in your words, but to experience the rest, I have not been there yet. As you said, friend, yet. Like, it's about the journey as well, Like, there's nothing that I'm capable of that you're not capable of. That I'm not any more special, any more divine than you are. We all have at our core the same amount of divinity, if you will. It's just about moving into that divinity and like practicing that divinity, if you will. It's just a matter of time. If you strip time away from that, we're already there all of the time. Thank you for being here with me now, though, friend. You don't know me. Lisa. As a baby, we learn helplessness. As an adult, we learn to act as part of the world. I think in some ways, maybe. Maybe in general speaking. Goodness. But I don't think it's necessarily that way for everyone. These streams do help with a stale psyche for me as well. Thank you so much, friends. I do love you so much. So much. Thank you for the wholesome. I just love exploring all your ideas and thoughts and hearing your experience, friend. Thank you for sharing this wonderful space every day, everyone. Thank you for sharing this space with us as well, Lisa. I'm seeing like Mayan sort of symbols in my head right now. Maybe it's the pain. Maybe that's where they got it from. Man, yeah, Mayans were a little bit crazy. Am I thinking about the Mayans? Am I thinking about the Aztecs? Some of the old civilizations were crazy. They realized that the experience of pain can make you so present, so very present, to the point that some believe that the only place that you're truly existing is at the point of a spike, right? Because you're so viscerally aware of the pain always and constantly that you're required to detach from this physical sensation, this physical existence, this duality nature, and become a part of it, that, which always is again. To at least try to connect with that which always is. Open yourself to that. I don't know why my back is hurting this much today. Maybe it's because of the angle I'm sitting at. First thing to hear this morning. Time to take a break. Goodbye, mate. Thank you for being here with us, my friend. Melty, Ebony, thank you for joining us. I appreciate you sharing this space. Bad Gateway, thanks for this one this morning. Thank you, Gateway. It's nice to have you here, my friend. I appreciate you. And you. Namaste. I feel like when you become anxious, you get stuck in your fight or flight mind. When it passes, you can reason, and that is likely why you just brush it off. Yeah, I'm guessing so as well. We can be there for people, and at least the ways that we're trying to in these spaces. Napquig, it's nice to have you here as well, my friend. What are we talking about today? We've been talking about duality a little bit, and becoming more present with the non-duality that is, the core of it all, the essence of it all. It's like looking at a magnet, it has a north pole and a south pole, and we think of those as positive and negatives, duality, but it's still the properties of this magnet. It's like one cohesive thing that has these two properties. And becoming more aware, more present, more associated with that which always is, that thing that is, not necessarily with the properties of that which is. And it's a difficult thing to like wrangle our human consciousnesses into understanding, but we can, and we're trying to. Hi everyone, Gloomy Sunshine, Christine, Christine, it's nice to have you here again, my friend. Sigh, panic attacks, I suffer from those, but but they've been so much better within the last year. I'm so happy to hear that infamous one. You deserve to be happy, my friend. You deserve to not have panic attacks. You deserve to live a life that is prosperous. How old are you? My body is 23 years old, my friend. Drugs are bad. The devil's letters will ruin you. Will it? And then if I'm ruined, what's gonna happen then? What's gonna happen when you eventually pass? Are we both ruined then? Am I more ruined than you are because I smoked weed? Can I be more ruined? Isn't the universe going to be ruined by the inevitable heat death of the universe? Do you think me smoking weed is going to ruin that as well? Yeah, I know it's like me going to extremes, but there's no ruining this experience, my friend. There's no ruining of anything. I'm ruined. Toasty, you're loved, my friend. You're loved, dude, not ruined. Alright, bro. Greetings from El Salvador. Where are you at? I live in South Africa, friend. Thank you for joining us all the way from El Salvador. Sensei Simon, thank you for joining us, my friend. I'm ruined also. Damn you, devil's letters. Interestingly enough, if you discontinue like the consumption of the devil's letters, your endocannabinoid systems repair themselves within 2 weeks. So yeah, if you think you're ruined, take a 2-week break. Down with So the movers brought our stuff yesterday. Ding, 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 ding. It sat in a warehouse for 2 months. It all smells like wet, dingy cigarettes. I'm sorry to hear that, but at least you have your furniture and stuff, right? You have your camping gear. You can go and camp maybe this coming weekend. Oh, silver linings. Silver linings, my friend. What am I watching? Legend? I don't know, friend. You're sharing in this space with us, so I'm technically watching you as you're watching me watch you, watching me. I'm sorry. I'm watching your stream while streaming. Are you dancing right now? Well, send love to Insane friend. You know, go over, go give him all of the upvotes, go and sprinkle some love on his stream, and then I'll see you again if you come back. Streamception, smile, Simon. Trying to tell you to get help and be sober with the scratches. The scratches? The scratches? I'm not exactly sure how you can be sober with scratches. Be sober with the scratches. What? Are you the one, doing something? You're not making any sense, my friend. I'm just like poking a little bit at you. Multitasking at its best, Simon. Absolutely. I once watched Insane stream while streaming. Yeah, I remember that as well. And I could like tune into Gob's stream and feel kind of okay not tuning into Simon's stream because I was like listening to Simon through Gob's stream as well while he was like painting and stuff. That was hilarious. How many streamers can we get to streaming each other? I mean, you'll have me, you'll have Gob, I'm sure. You'll have yourself, Simon. I think maybe Aunt B, maybe not. Like I usually don't see Aunt B with like multiple devices, at least when they're streaming on the farm. Maybe who would be willing to do that as well? SDZ? Could SDZ do it as well? I think she would be able to. Lady Moirai would be on board. So I think we can get a pretty long stream session going. It's gonna be a complete mess if everyone has their audio on. Just like I'm like, oh goodness, no! It's gonna be such a mess. Toasty, when are you gonna stream again? That shit was lit. Yeah, dude. I was actually thinking about the same thing, and like I've been doing a little bit of finger jigglies, if you will, when the sun is like shining, and every time I do that, I'm like, yeah, Toasty would be proud. Jiggling fingers, It's pretty cool, dude. I want to see another one actually, if you're willing to, man. If you're willing to. I don't think I can stream. I take a comment far too seriously if they were mean. That is something I've always needed to work on. And you are, friend. You've been aware of it for as long as you've been working on it, and that is more than a lot of people can say. So, like, you can give yourself some props at least for knowing, Sounds like streaming might help you challenge that. Scary as it may be, you will be forced to confront it. That's a good point as well, Yater. Thank you for actually bringing that. Could be something that could help you. Maybe. We should organize one big stream train. I think we can make it happen. Simon. I'll do it with you guys for the love. Jovan, I want to. I almost did last week. Maybe tomorrow. 100%, dude. I look forward to it, Toasty. Like, do tag me. Like, freaking send at Meltmore 50 times so I can be there, please. You also will get lots of love too. Oh, absolutely. Hello, bro. How cold is it there now? Such an experience to be in a place like that. It's about like 13 degrees Celsius, I'd say. It's not cold, but it's not warm enough for me to be comfortable without, something around myself. Toasty, make sure to share a link because I want to be there. Yeah, you'll have instant fans, Toasty. We all want to be there, man. I would show up and share love. At least you would have this wonderful group with you. Like, this is fortunately something we can now rely on as well, that we'll have at least someone that is excited to see us, and that is a blessing. Mm, 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 mm. Might I suppose reading Hume's Equerry? Favorite ice cream lately is mint chocolate chip. I'm on the hunt for a new favorite though. Ever experienced something positive so many times that it becomes too familiar? Those are a bunch of great questions and things to say. Thank you so much, 10 of the many. Hume's Equerry? I haven't heard of that before. Do send it in the book, Melt Book Club or whatever, in the Discord if you really want me to read it. New ice cream flavor. I'm a big sucker for salted caramel ice cream, so maybe try that. And have I ever experienced something positive so many times that it becomes too familiar? No, not in the way that I experience, positivity at least. For me, there's like a certain sense of novelty in the way that I perceive things that make me happy. Hello, mama. What's that?
Crazy corn.
Crazy corn. Crazy corn. Oh, dank je, mama. Hoe maak hulle dit?
Ons het daaroor bespiegel op pad terug.
Ek het so gedink.
Wissel sê hulle kook dit en dan sit hulle dit soos in 'n pressure cooker en kap hulle die welf af en dan expand.
Ah, okay, it makes sense. So, like, these are like some sort of corn snacks. And like the first thing that I think is like, how do they make it? Because they're kind of like puffy and expanded. And apparently they boil them until to the point where they become soft. And then they put them in a pressure valve. And then they release the valve. And then that release of energy basically pulls the air with inside of it, causing it to expand. And I think then they probably deep fry it afterwards. Thank you, Mom. I appreciate the gift. Hello, love from Ireland. Thank you for being here with us, Cheap Caterpillar. I appreciate your presence, my friend. You guys do make it easier. I don't know what I do with a I don't know what I do with a filled up love cup. You have a filled up love cup all the time, my friend. Your very being is filled to the brim with love all of the time, right? All of it is just constantly keeping you alive. It loves you, friend. You are loved always. I promise. I'll put it in the Discord tomorrow evening. Yay, that sounds sick, dude. That sounds so sick. Thank you for letting us know, man. Same Toasty, and you too, Infamous. I think the support and love you'll receive might surprise you. Absolutely. But I know that at least. I do know that. I don't think they'll be surprised. They'll be like, yep, this is exactly what I believe is true for the world. I believe that love is true, and then that is what you're going to see. You're going to believe it. I hope you do believe it. The other day, I was practicing divinity, and I pooped my pants. That can happen as well, my friend. Right? You were probably going through your life not pooping your pants for too long. And then your divinity was like, man, stop to poop my pants again. And then you did. I'm sorry to hear that, friend. But like, it's an experience, right? It's not an experience that I want to have right now, but it would be an experience. I look forward to it. When you are ready. I look forward to it as well. Javan, I missed your painting stream, but I watched them after. They were so great. They are. I look forward to seeing more of yours as well, actually, Javan, if you're willing to share. You were here for the fam. The poopy divine pants. The snap. I couldn't get the gate open, so I took wire cutters to the side of the pen, freed all the other goats, and tried to situate it back with its mama, but she is not showing any nurture or care. I'm so sorry to hear that. Okay, I have now a little bit more context. I'm sure it'll be fine. Maybe it's just a temporary thing, because of the shock, if you will. There's like some sort of disconnect. Are you gonna try and bottle feed the baby now? How long has it been since she's not eaten? Maybe one day. I'd hide under Melt's clock for now. Thank you, my friend. Nature is brutal. It can be, my friend. It really can be. And it is what we are as well, In that brutality, we eventually pass away. And it can be something that's seen as so gentle and so natural, and also something as completely brutal. Just about your perspective at the end of the day as well. Do you have them babies? I think so. I forgot you're supposed to stream on Arpan today. You're not supposed to stream on Arpan, but you can. I mean, like I didn't stream on Arpan last time, and it was okay. You know, and it's okay if you don't stream on Arpan as well, but it's working. I'm just happy that these streams are actually like going through for the long run. Instantly drops, as I say. Another painting gig coming up. Ooh, I'm looking forward to it, Jovan. How much did this guy take? It feels like I took a lot, friend, but I didn't take any. I did, however, take some information, if you will. Like this. Some really good information, affirmations, reminding yourself of that which you are, and that can just completely tune my mind up to the point where I feel like I've been playing of lines. Woo, painting streams. Someone recently discovered psychedelics. Me? I recently discovered psychedelics? It's been a while, actually. How long has it been? Since I was 18? So 5 years? Yeah, it's been a while. Gob, it was the other, white and brown goat. Delilah is huge, though. Any day, surely. What are you doing? I'm having chats with you, friend. Trying to start a cult. No. A cult, like, okay, so I have definitive logic as to why this, what we're doing, can never be a cult. Because a cult, at essence, expects you to, like, divinicize, if that's, no, it's not a word, but that's the word I'm going to use. Divinicize someone. Like there has to be someone that is so divine, so perfect, so wonderful that this person becomes your like one and only leader, and there's no questioning this person. There's no thing that this person can say that's wrong, and this person is the only one that has this connection to a higher source or whatever thing this person wants to convince you of. And with this convincing of, there is like a servitude happening towards this one person, when what we believe here is that every single one of us are exactly equal. All of us have all of the power to be in tune with that divinity all of the time. And like for that reason alone, this can never be a cult, because there's no one that is being pedestalized. Thank you for showing up, friends. Thank you for showing up as well, my friend. Trying to give an internet hug. It's already formed. Yeah, Simon is already on board. He's like my flag boy now. I was like, yeah, join the cult. Smile 7. What? What did he just say? He said smile 7. What does that mean? It's cult talk, of course. Going to start a rival cult so we can have cult dance battles. Yes, yes. That sounds perfect, Toasty. Thank you for being here, all of you. I'm guessing that we went front page for a little bit. I wouldn't be surprised, like with all of the new friends showing up. Oh, thank you for sharing your experience with us, Aunt B. My thoughts are with you and the baby goat today. Thank you, Yater, for sending love as well. Dance battle sounds sick. It does. Hug off. It really does, man. I think it would be, for some reason, I'm imagining like two very alternative types of cults, where the one is like ultra orthodox Christian cult, where like people aren't allowed to like show their ankles, and like then an ultra like hardcore maybe anarchist cult that is like dressed in steampunk manner, completely contrived outfits, the complete opposite of that. And then these two dance battling each other, and man, just the imagination of that makes me so happy. Yes, that sounds perfect. Damn, that's my secret weapon. I call the wacky flappy arm inflatable dance. What? Wappy flappy arm inflatable. Like I'm imagining, like these loose triceps being like. I'm ruined again. I'm ruined every day. I'm gonna ruin after that. I'm being ruined as I type. Thank you, my friends, for joining me in this space. Love you, Jovan. you sow in the ruins. We should call it Laura Croft. Ta-dum. Nice one, Toasty. Toasty, do you glove or something? Yeah, he does actually. He does. I always wanted to be her growing up. Such a badass. Lara Croft, man. Like for some reason, and this might be because I was a boy at this point in my life, but like Lara Croft will forever have, the triangulated boobs seared into my brain, from playing PlayStation 1. Lara Croft is a badass. I'm a finger wiggler. I'm a finger wiggler. Yes, me matey. I'll wiggle my fingers until you drop to the floor, not knowing what's happened. I loved watching your streams. I love you as well, Aunt B. Thank you so much for sharing this space with us and for sharing your feelings with us and these, hard things that you're going through. I'm so happy that we could send you some love in this time. The bestest of the finger wigglers. I'll have to check it out. Absolutely, it doesn't do it all the time, unfortunately. There's no like schedule to it. I look forward to it though. Warning: once you learn how, you can't stop. I know, Toasty. Like I actually do finger wiggling, if you will, with dancing, right? Like especially these ones. Like these ones have been a part of it, but I've never had little lights on them and then like try to mess with someone's peripheral field of vision. Like it's usually been just like part of the dancing. I'll move my fingers as well. I do see myself doing it though. Either way, can't stop myself. If anything, it was harder to say lol. If anything, it was harder to say. I'm not exactly sure what you mean though. I said that to Lynn Bob's boys, finger wigglers. The finger wigglers. That's a sweet offer, Toasty, lol Simon. Fingy wiggly. Hi mom. I just it just don't work. Maybe with an accent. The finger wiggler, that's the one. Yeah, like for me it was also instantly finger wiggler. You see, that's a little bit brutal, but finger wiggler. You a bloody finger wiggler, are ya? We don't tolerate your kind over here, you finger wigglers. We'll chop them pointers off, we will. Mom, say hi. We love you, Mom. Oh goodness. Oh, you're talking to my mom. Thank you, friends. I'll send her. I'll send her all of your love that you're sharing here as well. Tell her she's birdie. I'll tell her, Jovan. Thank you so much. Europeans always shouting out their country unsolicited. I can't wait till I do the same. Are you talking about the Netherlands? You're gonna be like, the Netherlands, or something like that. Oh my goodness! I watched one of your live streams a few weeks back, and then couldn't find you, and now I found you again. So happy, Violet! It's nice to have you here again, my friend. It's been a long time. Thank you for joining us again. We've been here. We've been waiting for you. Open arms, and we're so happy to catch you lovingly, friend. Thank you for joining us again. Hilarious. I laughed out loud talking about poopy pants. Oh, Toasty with the fast phalanges. Thank you, friend. I appreciate it. Discord if you want to hang out. I appreciate you, friends, so much. Thank you. I need a Discord account. I mean, get one. It's free. Free. All you need is to like sign up. I believe you can even use Discord as like just a web browser. You can use it as a web extension. You don't even have to download anything. You can just kind of use Discord. It wants you to use Discord. I must run. I love you all very much. Have a blessed day. I'll see you all tomorrow. Namaste. Thank you, Yader. I appreciate you sharing your space with us. I hope you have a wonderful one, my friend. Have a wonderful day, sir. There we go. Oh, we are a family, not a cult. Yeah, there we go. Family by choice, not birth. This is the way, Lisa. Oh, and it is a choice. We worship the god of Captain Crunchberries in my cult. The god of Captain Crunchberries. Crunchberries. So, I'm not special in doing this, but when I eat blueberries, I have to freeze them because they become like a soft ice if they freeze. It's good, and that's the closest that I can come to thinking of crunch berries. Like berries don't really crunch that much by themselves. If you dry them, they kind of become tacky, so also not crunching. So how do you get a berry that crunches? You freeze them. So maybe I can get on board with worshipping God of Captain Crunchberries. But now I'm confused. So Captain Crunchberries is a deity, and we worship his god. That was happening. I just have to get on board before I join the cult. We can have a dance battle because each rival cult would have interlapping members. It would be a dance battle where we switch teams during combos. That sounds sick. We can have like different like partners as well in dancing, right? We can like switch sides with each other as partners, right? Like going like this, or move over to one side and dance together, and then co-create to win the battle, if you will. Combos, as you were saying, like that as well. Absolutely. Slap each other in and out. Novel things are only novel ones. What's the secret to what seems contradictory to me? Limitless novelty. I used to love Mountain Dew soft drink. Eventually, the novelty wore off, and I couldn't stand it. Too much of a good thing. Now I don't. So I understand completely what you're saying, and what you're saying makes sense as well. But at the end of the day, if we melt into one, when we return to Stardust, if you will, there is going to be no more novel or no less novel than there has been novel experiences throughout all of existence. And maybe that, you know, at least egoic perception of novelty causes you to strive for different things so that your consciousness may experience different things. And that's something that's maybe necessary. Maybe it's a part of this existence that we're living. So don't think of it as something that is evil or something that is bad, but as something that's divine as well, because if it wasn't that way, then this life wouldn't be the way that it is. The dance battle judges must include Jesus, Gautama Buddha, the Prophet Muhammad, Lao Tzu, and will make the sixth judge a weekly special guest. The dude, that sounds really cool, dude. I would be 100% on board for those team of judges. Man, how sick would that be? I would actually want like maybe one of the week, maybe the first week I would love Marcus Aurelius on. Socrates, definitely. Epictetus. That dude would probably be a little bit in disdain. He would give bad ratings because I like, at least this is my projection. Who else? Man, Einstein. Just watching that dude and what his perception of, dance moves would be. Watching Einstein dance, dancing with Einstein. Alan Watts definitely as a weekly guest. Terence McKenna 100% needs to be a weekly guest. Even freaking Joe Rogan, dude. Yeah, everyone. Like this. Yeah, I'm on board. 100% on board with this. Wow, to be in that room, dude, of Pala Power. Yeah, I would love to be in that room as well, Lisa. Even drink soft drinks, I'm sure again, there will come a time when the due must be done. I hear you, my friend. Thank you for the hugs. I appreciate it. I'm dying. No, I can't breathe. Finger dingless. I feel like he would be wiggling his finger while saying something like that in that accent. Yeah, probably, dude, 100%. It's so fun to try accents as well, because it's like this font for your language, if you will. You're like expressing in different ways, and you can feel within inside of yourself how you're like moving the sounds. Like if I'm talking like this, the sound is like literally coming more from my throat than it is coming from my mouth necessarily. If I talk through my nose a little bit more, also sounds different, doesn't it? Different voices, same equipment. That's one of the reasons I hold such a value to the first time for literally anything. I definitely feel you, Jovan. Go back where you can finger wiggle. Yeah, I say people from the Netherlands, whenever I greet people, even on the streets, I say hello from Netherlands. Okay, so you're like repping already. I mean, I think you're just calling it into the universe. You're like being like, this is what I want, universe. This is where I'm going. This is the steps I'm taking. These are the things I'm saying, and I believe it's gonna come for you, Simon. Eventually, my friend. Oh, you what, mate? A finger wiggler? You what? You fucking finger wigglers, you. We don't tolerate your talk. Kick your bum, we will. Kick your bum and go and eat your mom's lunch, we will. Oh, better skedaddle, you will. Okay, I'm done. I eat frozen grapes. Man, frozen grapes? I haven't had frozen grapes. That sounds pretty good, actually. Anyone else remember Old Greg? I bet he'd carry a good finger wingler combo. Old Greg? I don't think I remember Old Greg, unfortunately. Jovan, you have to. Sorry. Get this man a shoe of Bailey's. Thank you, friend. There is a cereal box called Captain Crunch video game. Back in the early 2000s, it was awesome. You raise your creature on cereal to skateboard, jump, and throw things. Yes. Yes, teach the children how to raise a creature on cereal. Yes. I'm sure that won't turn out horribly. Oh man, the freaking 2000s, dude. I've seen my downstairs mix up. I apologize for not being active in chat today. I've been here listening though. Thank you for being here now, Edmund, and I appreciate you saying something, friend. Love and light to you. You don't have to worry about it all at all. I forgot about old Greg. Also, oh geez, old Greg. Am I missing something? Is someone that was tuning into the streams? I hope not. What a fucking. That's beautiful. You love it so much. And that team of judges would be 100% not be down. And that team of judges would 100% not be down. Yeah, they'd probably be so angry. I don't think so. I think Jesus would be pretty good sport. Maybe not the Buddha so much. I think maybe he'd be too serious. I feel maybe again projection. Maybe. Yeah, I think maybe like at least in my opinion, I feel Jesus would be the only one that would be a good sport about it. Do you think the rest would be a good sport? Be like, okay, we've been interdimensionally transported to this space where we have to judge people dancing. Guess this is the way. But I would love that. Imagine getting teleported to some sort of alien planet right now, and you have to go and judge alien dances because you randomly got selected out of the population of humans on this planet as a weekly guest, instead of just being like, oh, our weekly guest is gonna be this. They just press a button and then some being from existence gets pulled into that space immediately and just happens to be one of us. I would be so down. I'd be like, yeah, humanity, I'm from Earth, I'm human. This is not me. I'm not me. You're me as well. I'll be so excited. Damn, I would love that. I'd love that so much. Team of judges. Oh yeah, I think so. I'm back and I'm still here. Yay, yeah, we're still here, my friend. Thank you for joining us again, Katie. Infamous Toasty and Jovan. You guys make me feel so warm and fuzzy inside. This is the way, Edmund. This is the feeling that we want, right? This is what we remind ourselves of is real. And then we can go into our days, our worlds, and then we can bring that which we believe is real, that love that we believe is real, to someone else as well. He's my guy. It's a solid. There we go. Toasty, what name are you talking about? About your name, Edmund, I believe. Oh boy, he's behind. I am like 2 minutes behind today, Toasty. Not that bad, Ruffle, man. How's your day been? Enjoyed sharing a cup of coffee with y'all, but the dude has to do some choring. Blessings, friend. Thank you for sharing the time with us that you did, the dude. We'll see you again, my friend. Got a good chuckle. Hey, dude, later, dude. He's never seen old Greg. Should we taint him? He's so pure. Maybe we shouldn't. No, damn it. Don't taint my poor, innocent consciousness. Yes, I am completely scatheless. like a clean newborn spirit. I've never seen a naked person in my life. What is old Greg? I'm scared now, Toasty. What have you done, dude? You've scarred me more with my imagination than you would be able to scar me with what it actually is. Going pretty well so far. How about you, Lisa? You had me at Stardust. We'd obviously have philosophical differences, but you'd probably be fun to go fishing with. Cheers, mate. Who knows, friend? Who knows? Maybe one day we'll go fishing. Maybe not in this life, maybe not in the next. But with our infinite nature of our universe, eventually we'll go fishing someday, friend. I look forward to it. You must know. Thank goodness, no. No, what does it mean? Do you want to go to a club where people wee on each other? I'm quite alright, friend. That does not sound like a vibe to me. Could you imagine old Greg turning into a stream from the deep? Ted, wait. That one Bailey's. I call this one Bailey's, but bigger. I have absolutely no idea what's going on right now. Don't kink shame goldfish. Oh goodness, my glass of water. Uh, double kink. Consensual. Maybe her kink's the kink shame. So don't kink shaming. Simon. Consensual. It might Bush and the TV show Old Greg is on. It's an amazing show. Oh, it's an old, like it's a show, I'm guessing. Oh my goodness. Consent? Consensual? What? Yeah, imagining scarring. Do you love me? Yes, I do. Rorius. I actually do, friend. And what that means to me, at least in my personal understanding of it, is the fact that the thing that we are, at least the essence of what makes me, what makes this world, we all share and we all have in common. And to become identified with that as your I, instead of this being, this physical person as your I. So if I love myself, that which always is loves the self that I am. And I realize that the I that you are is also the I that I am. And loving myself means loving yourself as well. Then I can, with accuracy and with genuine integrity, say that I do love you, Glorious. Thank you for joining us, my friend. Make an assessment. Assessment made. You love me and you've seen me. Absolutely, my friend. You've seen my downstairs mix up. I don't know what that means, yo. Like, you just speaking the language of the gods doesn't make sense to me. Downstairs mix up. Downstairs mix up. That doesn't mean anything to me. Downstairs mix up, like you went down and then you mixed up what you wanted to do downstairs and you walked upstairs again and then you were like, oh, that's the thing I wanted to do. Go downstairs again, get it mixed up again. That's like the only thing I can think of. Does not sound like a vibe to me. Yeah, I'm like, maybe not. Maybe I'll pass on that one. Thank you for the invitation. I appreciate it. But I'm gonna pass on that one for now. See what you did, Jovan. I'm dying. Your kinks need consent. So if kink shaming is your kink, you need consent to kink shame. Then that's true. Okay, I get what you're saying now. Thank you for typing it out. I'm trying to follow 10,000 conversations, not that many, maybe like 10 conversations at the same time at most. But yeah, I guess you are right in saying that if it's your kink to kink shame, you have to ask for consent to kink shame the person. Man, and now there's a kink to get kink shamed. Yeah, ooh, that's a very specific, preference that you have to find. You have to both be someone who likes shaming people's kinks, and you have to find someone who likes being kink shamed. And which would mean that they would need kinks as well. Would the person kink shaming as a kink have more kinks than just the kinks that they're shaming? Or just the shaming of kinks? Yes, okay, let's melt our brain with something that doesn't make any sense. The dum dum. By the way, is going live now. I'll check her out, my friend. You're kind. I do watercolors. Thank you, Rorius. Like you can share some of your work if you'd be willing to, friend. Simon, you've added to my perspective of kink shaming. Yeah, same, dude. Actually, my perspective has been expanded once again. I just laughed harder than I have in weeks. My friend, feel that joy. It's yours. It didn't come from me. It came from inside of you, and become identified from that place from which it came. I love you, friend. Thank you. Mm, downstairs mix up. Yes. Downstairs mix up. Like, this is a bit that I was talking to Simon about. Oh, look, a grain of sand. Yes. This grain of sand is so textured, and all of this texture has been here on this grain of sand for all of existence until I decided to pick up said grain of sand and feel the divinity of the texture that is you, little sand grain. You have been chosen and you have been returned to nature. Hey, what you doing? I'm having a chat with you, Egg. Thank you for joining us, my friend. My day is great. Thank you for asking. Thank you for telling me as well, Lisa. Okay, but Melt is taking our old Greg quote seriously, Lamar. I don't know what old Greg means. Okay, they're not taking it seriously. It doesn't compute. I have an uncle that's called Greg, and can I share this information? Would you be able to find it? Like, all I'm thinking about, like, my uncle told me about how when he was like living in London, he used to take a bunch of MDMA and go and dancing until like 6 a.m. in the morning. And now old Greg kind of makes me think like that's the only pattern of understanding I have. So I'm like attaching it to that as like my uncle in his old days dancing. That's that's the thing, right? Like, if you don't have any references other than the references you have to attach on to, like, the information doesn't mean anything. What are you doing? I don't know if I can love him anymore. Oh goodness, my heart. Oh, my heart. There are a lot of people who like being kink shamed. You're in cringe. They're in cringe pics, so I can probably imagine. Yeah. What are you doing? Having chats with you. I don't know if I can love him anymore, Simon. I posted it where a meme. I posted it in where a meme. You will no longer be the monkey in the game of reference, keeping away. Thank you. Oh man, my back is murdering me. It's like, it feels like there is this freaking being holding onto my spine. Oh, it hurts. So like wiggling a little bit decompresses a bit. Ooh, it hurts. Oh, I'm gonna get through it though. You're not gonna like it now. I'm sure I won't, but I'm curious though. Share you must. We've hyped it up too much. You fuzzy little man, Peach. Thank you, my friend. Oh yeah, he's going to hate it. Estia, and you look up old Greg on YouTube, Lamar. Like, my phones are busy at the moment, unfortunately. Shit, I'm heading out to SDZ stream. See you later, Melt fam. Thank you. Like, send her love to me for me as well. Send her love from me as well, and then I'll see you there when I tune out. Many more. Roxa, it's been a while, my friend. I'm guessing you meant Melt more. Hey, buddy, I finally caught you streaming. It's so hard with the different time zones. I'm sorry, Roxa. Thank you for finding some time and tuning in today as well. I appreciate you sharing the space with us. That's the thing, though you hate the first time you watch it, but then it's so funny to quote later. I understand. Like, I know a few cases, but all of them are horrible. Definitely, I remember the first time I watched it, I was just thinking, what the fuck is this shit? Why am I watching it? If you want more content, and I'm sorry for suggesting that, at least it's the end of the stream, so it's not the main thing that the stream was about. If you want more content like that, go look up Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. That's also one of those pieces of content that you ask yourself, what the fuck is this shit and why am I watching it? It's a little bit much, but it can make you feel things. Maybe not good things, but it makes you feel things. So what's the Discord thing? Just a chat room? Essentially, it's a place for you to like send photos if you want to, in a categorized way. You know, your pets or food or weed or memes or general, or a place to let things out or a place to share information. You know, it's a cool place. If you're willing to join, if you want to join, we would love to have you, my friend. No, I have nothing but fond memories. Exactly 10. We just share life. That's the way. We are anti gatekeepers. All are welcome. That is actually the truth as well. And interestingly enough, as anti gatekeepers, like no gatekeeping as it needed to be done as well, which is a trip in its own. I found myself being an RPAN hole monitor of sorts, and like walking through like, I like imagine you have a baton as well for some reason. I'm not sure if hole monitors have batons, but yeah, you've been assigned a baton as a hole monitor as well, infamous one. I don't know. Then there was Salad Fingers. Yeah, I wanted to say Salad Fingers as well because Salad Fingers is like also in that kind of vein. But Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, I feel is a little bit more shocked, like angsty, if you will. Where Salad Fingers is just like, oh, this is disturbing and it's always disturbing. Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared kind of does this like, oh, it looks kind of innocent, it's like almost like a kids show, and then it's very much not a kids show. Yeah. It's kind of trippy. Hubert Combo Blames my homie. I don't know who that is either, Tasty, unfortunately. Oh my word, I'll check it out. Could be fun. Like, do take it with a grain of salt. There's like 6 episodes. It's a bit much. It's a bit much, but yeah. I'm sorry. Like, this is very much out of alignment to what it is we usually try and do. Like, hey, you behave. Yeah. You said what? Blocked. Conk. Just blocked. Carl, why did you do that, Carl? Oh, the stabbing. The llamas that stab people. Yeah, that's also, but that one is a little bit more comedic. There's not much comedic about Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. Like, this, you don't find yourself like laughing at much of it. It's just like, that's the general vibe. Who knows the one? I think so. I do know the one. Jimmy found my besties. I have absolutely no idea what that means. Unfortunately, I'm Queen. Those just look like Jeremy Fisher Ree. I don't know who those are. Unfortunately, Margie Baxter and I unfortunately have a falling out. Llamas with hats, and that's a dark ending. Yeah, very much so. She's kind of high maintenance. I'm too confused to I continue this chat. Thank you, friends, for sharing the space with me. I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Goodbye, everyone.